we're gonna start from the top. Hello everyone, this is Nat from Nat's Narrative, and this is going to be an end of summer reading blog to hold me accountable and force me into finishing the last 2 books in my summer TBR. So I have about 2 more weeks of summer. It's pretty hot where I live, so it's really not going to be cooling down in October, but October is definitely spooky season already, so we have until the end of September. Anyway, the books that I'm going to be reading in this blog are going to be these 2. It's going to be A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I'm actually already started this. I started this in August, and I've had trouble with this book. Not because I don't like it. I am enjoying this so much. It's just that for some reason, I can only read a chapter at a time. So yeah, I'm about in the middle of the book, but we're gonna read it together and we're gonna have a good time and hopefully finish this soon. And once I finish that, I'm gonna come back to you guys in this vlog and read Wild Love by Elsie Silver. So let's get reading. so I stopped the last reading session that I had in the middle of a chapter. Like there was a page break and I was very tired, so I left it at that. We're on page 216, chapter 22, romantic gestures. Cute. I don't know if I really talked about what the book is about, if you haven't heard of this, or if you've just seen the book everywhere, because you have to, but if you don't know what it is about. So the main character is on her way to like a reader's retreat in a cabin, and this is a trip that she usually takes with her friends from book club every single year, but this year she's going by herself. She's like having a life crisis and she really needs to just get away and escape for a week and just read a bunch of books. Problem is, on her way there's like this crazy storm, and then her car has trouble, and so she has to pull up to this like small town in the middle of nowhere, and there she realizes there's like no cell service. She cannot call any of her friends to let them know that, hey, I have trouble, I have car trouble. There's no internet either, and the only person that can fix her car is out of town for the weekend. There's also the fact that she quickly realizes that this is not any like normal little town in America. This town is actually straight up from her favorite book series. And this is a book series that all takes place in this small town that's fictional. Yet she's there. And like all the places are there, all the characters are there, and everyone is kind of like in a weird frozen mode. Their lives are just static. They're not moving, and that is because the author died without finishing the series, so the characters don't really like know what to do, and they also don't know that they're characters, obviously, except one character, which is the bookshop owner. He knows that they're all characters and that it's a book and that everything is frozen. So there's that, right? And so the point that I'm in, she realizes that she has to stay in this town for longer than a weekend because there's a part of her car that needs to be replaced, and it's like a really old car, so they need to like find the part, and it may take a few days. But yeah, I'm loving this. The characters are so fun, and it's just like, basically imagine yourself if you one day happen to come across this fictional town that you feel like you know so well already because you've read about it 1,000 times in your favorite books, and also your favorite characters are right there in front of you, talking to you, speaking to you, and you're like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Such an interesting book, such an interesting premise. There's also so many beautiful descriptions of like people, the town, the places, the food, of everything there is to see and hear and smell. There's beautiful descriptions of everything, and I am obsessed with them. We're gonna have a reading session. I'm gonna try to do it outside because it's pretty outside technically, like visually. But it is 31 degrees Celsius right now, so like high 80s in Fahrenheit. Yeah, I'm gonna change because I'm wearing jeans, so I'm gonna change into like shorts or something, and I'm gonna make myself a snack, maybe a drink, and then we'll go outside and read. It's 6:33 at this point. I have my Pilates class at 7. Should I even start reading at this point? I didn't even read a word. Yes. I'm eating the ones that didn't touch the floor. I just hope there's no glass in here. The chances of me having just swallowed tiny piece of glass are high, very high. But I think I'll live. Hello guys, it is time for a much needed update. So, I actually realized after I started recording or filming this vlog that this book is available on Kindle Unlimited, which I have, which means I didn't really need to buy the physical copy, and I probably should have checked before I bought it, but to be honest, I wasn't planning to buy it the day that I got it. So I decided to read the book on Kindle Unlimited and then keep the copy and transfer all of my highlights and like annotations from Kindle to the book, which is what I've been doing. If you can see, I've been tabbing some stuff. So this isn't my first LC Silver book. I've actually read, I think it was Reckless from the Chestnut Springs series. I read that. I can't quite remember what I gave it as a rating. I'm not sure. I do know that I didn't love it. It wasn't like a favorite, you know, but I didn't hate it either. So maybe it was like a 3-star or something like that, maybe 4. I'm not sure. But I do want to give this book a try. And yeah. Let me read you from the back. So it says, she's been driving him wild for years. The good kind of wild. The bad kind of wild, but mostly the kind of wild that comes from wanting your best friend's little sister and knowing you can't have her. So the tropes in this, there's of course the best friend's little sister, there's also the billionaire, but like in small town / ranch, and there's also a single dad thrown in there. So this guy, his name is Ford, like the car Ford, right? He moves to this ranch that his family owns. He's technically like from the city. He's this billionaire. He's like in the music industry, and he wants to just like get away from the city and build a music studio or like a recording studio in this old barn in his family's property. And he wants to just like, you know, do music basically. But suddenly one day there's this girl on his front step, and she's like 12 years old and dressed all in black, and she's very snarky and sassy, and she claims to be his biological daughter. On the other end, we have Rosie, and she's just been fired from her job, and her relationship has been feeling very stale lately. Like, are they together? Are they roommates? There's really no difference. So she decides to go back to her hometown for a while and kind of figure out what she's gonna do with her life and her relationship and everything. She ends up working for Ford, right? And then she also helps a lot with Cora, and that Cora is the 12-year-old biological daughter of Ford. The dynamic between Rosie and Ford is that they're clearly childhood friends. Maybe not best friends, but childhood friends. She would hang out a lot with him and her brother when he was spending his summers in Rose Hill. Is this where we are? Yes, Rose Hill. And he was always there for her when she needed him. But they do have this banter between the two of them. They are not rivals, but they they joke with each other, like at each other's expense. If that makes any sense. But yeah, now they're working together, close proximity, and it's just the two of them in the office. So that's gonna be interesting. This is actually present Nat, but past Nat already has been reading the book, right? And I've already been like transferring my highlights and doing annotations and doodles and comments in this, right? So I'm gonna show you some clips from the past in which I'm doing that. I also decorated the title page, and you're gonna see those now, and afterwards we're gonna come back so that I can tell you where I'm at right now and like my opinions and stuff. Okay? See you in a bit. we're back. I hope you guys enjoy that. So in those clips, I'd gotten up to chapter 16, right? So I only have transferred the annotations up to that point, but actually I'm not sure what chapter or page I'm on, but I am on like 71% of the book. I've read 71% of the book. So I haven't had the time to transfer the rest of the highlights to the book, and I'm honestly gonna take it much easier this time because I didn't transfer every single highlight. The thing is, I go hard highlighting stuff on the Kindle app and I originally was like, I'm gonna transfer every single one, but that's just not feasible, okay? Impossible. It is possible, but it would take me so long, and it's honestly, it's not a favorite book. It's not gonna be a 5-star. I'm gonna go easier on the rest of the book when I do transfer those highlights and when I finish the annotations. But okay, so like I said, I'm not obsessed with the book. I'm not hating the book. I enjoy it. I like the single parent trope a lot, and I like small town books a lot as well. So there's that going that I enjoy, and I like the twist of the child was conceived through like a sperm donation that you made and forgot you made, and you like kind of like even forgot that there was gonna be a child produced out of that donation, right? I like that twist. But yeah, I'm not obsessed with the book. That's all I'll say. I know a lot of romance readers, especially like small town or like cowboy or whatever romance, are obsessed with Elsie Silver, and yeah, this is my second book by her, and they're okay books. I'm liking the spice. I'm liking the smutty scenes. It's just not my favorite. As for Another Love Story, I really haven't even attempted to read it again since the whole fiasco outside. It still hurts to think about my cucumber. But yeah, I need to get I need to get serious about this book because I only have about 3 days left in the month, right? I'm 60% in. I will be either reading a good chunk of this today or tomorrow, and I'll show you that. I'm not sure if it's gonna be today or tomorrow, but you'll see me when it happens. Also, the next time I have an update, I will have probably already finished this. So yeah, let's get to it. I'll see you in a bit. If you can hear the AC going on, it's still pretty hot here. What can I do? But exciting news, I've just been reading for a while, not sure how long, but I only have 50 pages left. The twist, like the plot twist or like, you know, the big reveal has just happened, and I was honestly surprised. I didn't see it coming, but I mean, I kind of did, but not quite. I saw part of it coming, but not completely, so I was definitely surprised. And it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. So yeah, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, and then we're gonna finish the book. Finally, and a day early. I knew I could do this. I knew I could do this. I trusted myself. I didn't, but I did it anyway. Amazing. It is the last day of the month, and I am very happy to announce that I have officially finished the last 2 books in my summer TBR. I finished these off camera, kind of. You did see me read this last night, but I didn't really show you when I finished it. But yeah, that happened last night. And then I finished Wild Love just a few minutes ago. I read the last 20% this afternoon. I'm going to try to briefly give you my last thoughts and opinions on these 2 books, okay? Let's see. So, Another Love Story. It did take me 2 months. And yes, I did struggle to get into the story at the beginning, but it was 100% a me problem. I've just had trouble the past couple of years being consistent with like physical books, just like, you know, actually seeing them through and finishing the book has been hard, but very glad to have finished this. It was such a cozy book. I've said it a million times, but the descriptive language in this is so amazing. I really could picture every single place and all of the characters so well in my mind because of all of the descriptions. But yeah, I had a really good time. I enjoyed the premise. I think it was very original. I've never really read anything like it before, and I liked the style it was written in. I love the message that this taught me. I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like this book, I was telling my friends, I feel like this book was written for the girls that are obsessed with the Taylor Swift song, Right Where You Left Me. If you know, you know. If you know that song and you like relate to it so much, this book was written specifically for you, okay? And you need to read it and learn something about it. So yeah, this was a 5-star. Hands down 5-star. I'm very excited to read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston as well this October. But yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, those are my final thoughts on A Novel Love Story. As for Wild Love by Elsie Silver, I had a good time. It wasn't anything great. I liked the twist about the sperm donation thing, but overall it was just not the best small town slash ranch book I've ever read. The characters, I wasn't obsessed with any of them. I wasn't super interested in their love story, you know? And yeah, the last 20% of the book, I just went through it so fast because I just wanted it to be over, honestly. I'm kind of sad that this wasn't a new favorite, but you know what? That's how it goes. At least I got to share the experience with you guys. So yeah, this is going to be a 3.5. And I'm giving that 0.5 because the smut was actually really good. It was really good. And but yeah, 3.5 for this, and a 5 for A Novel Love Story. Okay guys, I just want to say that I had a great time filming this reading vlog. It's my first ever video here on YouTube. I am very thankful that you guys watched it, and I would really love it if you subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Instagram as Nat's Narrative. I've been there for a while now, almost 3 years, so if you want to go and check it out, I really appreciate it, and you can say hi to me. Okay guys, this is it for today. If you've read these books or you read any of the books by these two authors, please leave me a comment letting me know what you rated it or like what you thought about the books, okay? See you later.